Hey guys, welcome back. It's Occultists Anonymous time. Oh boy.
Memon died.
Yeah, Memon died. We have tried to resuscitate the internet, tried to get him back. We put out, I don't know.
We deployed our best memes.
Yeah, what would we use to summon a Memon? I was like, immediately I went to edible panties, and I'm going, why? But yeah, okay, sure.
Edible panties on a turkey club.
That never needed to be shared.
On a turkey club, yes.
Like, it's fine that you had that thought. That's fine. You know, your kinks are your own, but that did not need to be shared at all.
I was trying to think of something trashy. So
Success.
Success.
We don't kink shame here. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a bunch of furries earlier.
Yep. But hey, thank you for coming along on this ride with us after that. Specifically, thank you to our patrons, Claire, Danny, Giovanni, Michael, Nova, Perry, Ryan, Samuel, Schmitty, and Thomas. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Also, I do have the list of those of you guys who are following the Patreon, which is also getting larger every time, which is really cool to see. So if you guys are not, if you're not in a monetary position right now where you can put money, that's cool. Come follow the show so you can see all the non-show stuff that we do. Anyways, and of course, come join Discord where we just had Larson join, and I was like, Larson? Todd Larson? Mammon? What?
Larson.
His
Todd
alter,
Larson.
Yeah, his alter ego. So yes, Mammon will be played by me for now, sort of. Hopefully Mammon won't have to say too much. I know, decently well what he would do, but yeah, so we pick up post 2 phone calls, plus the, phone call to the Supernal realm.
Yeah, that was long distance.
Yeah, very long. And we had a little bit of discussion about what we're going to do. We had words and signs go up for a week. Machine invisibility. How long did you cast that for, by the way?
A week. I went
That's
2
right,
steps above.
That's right. Yep. Cool. So the cabal has gone into defensive mode.
I'm probably just going to keep that up.
Yep. Which
generally
makes sense.
at this point.
Which actually, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to play Mammon for just a second here, because when Songbird mentions that he's going to cast words and signs, Mammon goes, that's actually not a bad idea. And he's going to cast... Where's this? Oh, okay, cool. It is a 2-dot spell. I was just looking at the wrong spot. He's very quickly going to cast Ward as well. Which, let me look up. Let's see here. Spell template. How much reach do you have? I can't remember how much space.
I do have some concerns about the machine invisibility, just because, if someone tries to take a picture of Songbird, he's not going to be in it.
Nope. And it does show up as weird, computer glitch stuff. It's not like you're just
literally missing.
It's not like a vampire in a mirror sort of thing.
Right. And this is also kind of up to your imago, your imagining of how this spell takes place. So, how do you think Atratus views that invisibility? Is it, weird artifacting on computers? Is it just completely invisible? It's kind of left up to your interpretation.
A bird flies in front of the camera every time.
Right, yeah. Let's see, so he needs... Actually, I think it's going to be the same as...
Also means we can go through automatic doors, because they won't see you.
Nope. Free reach. What's your Gnosis? 1. 2 in space. Penalties 2... If I remember correctly, he doesn't even care about potency. Nope. Increased duration. He's already got 1, 2, so he needs just -2. Increased scale. That's advanced. Bonuses from Yantra. He's got his crazy high speech. And shadow name for 5. And bonuses from other sources. Yeah, he's going to spend some willpower on it. Sure, why not? Is what happens when you don't show up to the game. The DM gets desperate. Not really.
It's not his fault.
No, not at all.
He tried.
8 dice. 9 dice.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's really unlikely.
Super unlikely. Okay, well, yeah, he's like, I can't do it, guys. Okay. And now I feel better. Now I'm like, okay, now you guys just don't have that spell. And Mammon tried.
Give that boy some XP.
Yeah.
Actually, dramatic failure.
He's going to take a dramatic failure, yep. And hopefully that'll kind of be related to him and his phone call with Beck. But we'll worry about that later. Oh, that's right. There's no place to put conditions. That's right.
Tab 3. Page 3.
I just picked one of those boxes. No, but they're describing a bunch of things that I don't even know what they are because they haven't come up. So I just picked one and put all my things in.
Flaws and Derangements is from first. It's from like World of Darkness, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I just put all my things in one of those top boxes. One of them has arcane beats. One of them has conditions and situational bonuses.
There we go. I just made a quick note for myself, and we'll just tuck that away over there. All right. He does get 1 beat. I will give him that real quick. That way he doesn't have to keep track of it. All right. So what is y'all's plan now?
Talk to Logan?
We can do that, or do you want to go to the gym tomorrow?
I can go to the gym like late tonight.
Yeah, I was planning on holding off on chatting with Logan so we could have something to do next week while you're out.
Very true.
Oh, I want to talk to Logan too, though.
Okay. Well,
that's fine.
You can text him.
Fair.
It's true. You guys have different things that you guys want to chat with Logan about anyways.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'll start that process and send him a text. It's like, hey, been thinking about that X. Can I look at it?
Cool. Craig?
I have a werewolf claw in the fridge that I wanted to have a look at.
It's true.
Oh, okay. I was like,
did you take its whole foot?
Yeah, I took a claw hand.
It's probably just a human hand at this point.
I cannot remember. And so for sheer coolness factor, I'm going to say no, it's not. Because it's very true. It has not, because werewolves do not have a natural shape. They have 5 natural shapes.
Yeah.
So they don't turn back into a person when they die?
Nope.
They're a human.
Yeah.
They're always
still
people.
a person just because they're a werewolf, Ash. Cool. Yeah. All right. So you're wanting to scrutinize that, and with what? What arcana?
I'm going to go with fate.
Okay.
See what I can learn if it's,
All right.
Interesting.
I like it. Anybody else going to get in on that while you're waiting for Logan to text back?
I have 0 willpower.
Gotcha. Is that including from the night sleep yesterday? Oh, that's true, because you burned it
just
all
used it
in the summoning. That's right. Yep. Cool. So yeah, roll that Gnosis plus Fate. Also, do you want to start by revealing to get the surface info, or attempting to get the surface information?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So that just Gnosis fate sheet roll?
-3. Okay. And just like that, you learn the opacity. So I realize I can't hide that from you. So, hey, there you go. All right. Dear Mage Site, where are you? There you are. Building mysteries, surface information.
Look at it with death.
Okay, go for it. Why does it keep trying to highlight things? Stop that. I don't know what Adobe did to update, but I'm not a fan. Surface information. And yeah, you can go ahead and roll that, whatever, Ash. And let's see here. Whether the mystery is the result of awakened magic. Nope. If so, what arcana were involved? Nope. Roughly how old is the mystery? About 10 years. What practice created the mystery? Nope. Or what is it closest to? It's closest to, I believe, patterning. Or my practices.
Life 3 is probably the closest.
Oh, but it's so much more.
I mean, it goes beyond that, yeah.
Yeah, but no, very patterning. Yeah, allowing somebody to transform something else that falls under the Arcanum's purview. Yep, definitely patterning. Cool. And then Ash, were you rolling?
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll to scrutinize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's one.
Okay. And we'll count them down.
One.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you get 2 ones? Ah, indeed.
Yeah.
1, 2.
I need one more, right?
Well, because because it's opacity 3, so
okay,
you got 1, 2, 3. So you need 2 and 1.
So those extra 2 can't help.
They just poof. Yeah.
How many rolls do I get?
5 total. Before we start rolling.
I gotta roll again.
Down to 1.
And I'm getting all these successes. Doesn't matter.
Okay, you get 5.
Done.
There you go. Okay, cool. And then Craig, if you want to do likewise.
5 or 6?
6, because you have Gnosis. Yeah. Getting that Gnosis up. Well, there we go. That's 1 door.
Good start.
Mm-hmm.
Door. Opacity.
Yeah, you did it easy. Or wait, no. One more.
Still
1. Oh, hang on.
It's a free roll. It doesn't do anything.
Not exactly.
Really? I thought if you failed on your free ones, it just didn't matter.
I'm a double check, but I thought there was definitely something that happens.
That's not how we were playing it before, because I failed several times looking at things.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's the summoning where you have to take a condition to keep going. Okay, cool. There we go.
All right, now we reveal.
Right. Now, both of you need to reveal. Now, without the -3.
But hang on, that was only 4 rolls for me, or am I done already?
You're done. You got them all.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, 2, and 1.
I reveal.
Mm-hmm. And okay, now you can do the same thing at a -1.
I can do the same thing at a -1?
Mm-hmm.
One success?
Cool. Yep. I can't remember who pointed it out. It was on Discord, but somebody pointed out that, there is a rules for doing repeated actions. So, cool. It's only extended rolls that are where you can take a condition to keep trying. So, that was where my mix-up was getting. Anyways, so yes, both of you take probably your last arcane beat that you'll get from digging into werewolves. I thought I got the bug before. He's back with a vengeance. It's been upgraded. He's got cybernetics. Okay, not awaken magic, not awaken spells. The phenomenon has been linked to something you've scrutinized before. Yeah, it seems kind of similar to some of the werewolfy stuff that you guys have seen before. Actually, no, this is the first time you guys have scrutinized werewolf stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. We did Logan's gifts.
I didn't scrutinize that. You did.
That's right. Yep. But
I just talked to him.
Relative to Gnosis, I will give you that much. So Marrow Eater's, almost said blood potency. Primal Urge is 7.
What's that mean?
A werewolf equivalent to Gnosis 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He died pretty easy for that.
I'm really... Oh, yeah, no. Trust me. That's... Yeah. Is the mystery related to the supernal realms or the abyss? More the supernal realms, but more just the shadow and the spirit. Yeah. And how the arcanum used relates to the mystery. So fate probably definitely has a sense of bargains.
Oh, like an oath almost, or an agreement?
Yeah, and very specifically, as you're looking at this werewolf, you can see that there is a agreement that was made and then broken. And that's where the pure come from. They basically ditched. Now let's say to assess the powers, we'll reveal their...
So it looks like a broken oath.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, because our friend wolves have like their deal with the moon.
Yep.
And they said the pure broke that.
Yep, they bailed on that. They said, nah.
We don't owe you anything. And
Yep. And then death. What
is death?
Yeah.
This thing's dead.
It's very dead.
It's very dead, and it never had a human soul. Yeah. Well, the thing that was in it was not a human soul. It may have, way back when, had a human soul. I'm still kind of deciding how.
Because they're not like born werewolves. They have to actually change, right?
Yeah, they are if they're, and this is meta knowledge, but yeah, if they're born a werewolf, they will eventually change. But not everybody who's born from werewolves will necessarily be a werewolf. So that's where you get the wolf-blooded and stuff like that.
Yeah. So do werewolves always have werewolf kids?
I think there's literally some die roll stuff.
To determine if their kid will be a werewolf.
Yeah, there's actually a section in the werewolf book about werewolf pregnancy, first trimester, second trimester, third trimester. And it's nothing. Fortunately it's pretty decent because it's okay, these stats go up, these stats go down, and that's basically it. And they don't get too weird about it. So I was thank you, because that could have been really weird. Because never mind, we're not going to talk about it. But Werewolf the Apocalypse got really weird. Really weird. We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if
I just want to say the word fatal.
If wolf-blooded were the products of werewolves and not werewolves, but not necessarily. They're sometimes just born from two actual werewolves.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It seems kind of shit luck.
I mean, but you also don't turn into a rampaging, death machine that wants to kill, those closest to you. And you don't have
you just become the person they want to kill.
Potentially, but some of those have literally, I think one of the tells is they can face down a rampage and have a pretty decent dice pool to be
that's
sun's
what
getting real low, big guy.
Maureen said she's they're the ones that can try to talk them down.
Yeah, Moraine isn't one of those, but there are definitely others. Yeah,
she's a spirit speaker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can actually perform werewolf rites. Mm-hmm. So you guys have that, kind of, which with 6 rolls takes a whopping 18 seconds.
Yeah, in that 18 seconds, Songbird is out the door.
Right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Yep.
We see him gone?
Yeah, you just up and walk out without saying anything to us?
As soon as he's gone, Atratus,
it's just you two. You don't have to whisper.
I mean, Mammon is there.
Oh, Mammon bebops off.
Schrodinger's Mammon.
Yeah.
He's called you by another name and said that if you wanted to know what happened to Gabe, you should come to the dinner.
Okay.
I didn't want to say anything in front of anybody else because it sounded like it was your name before your awakening. Just like mine.
Yeah.
I mean, Songbird's heard it before.
Yeah, Gabe's set up.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't necessarily know that, so...
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was because Gabe... I made sure to do it. Because
when we came back from fighting the werewolf, he said
Emily, you were so cool. Yeah.
Right. Well, regardless, hearing that somebody else knows that name was a real freak out for me, so I didn't want Atratus to freak out in front of everybody else, so I'm giving her a chance to do that in somewhat more privacy.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd really like to talk to this guy.
So we need to find a place and let him know 24 hours in advance.
Yeah. Ask Songbird what's the busiest and most likely to be packed restaurant he knows.
Would your friend Shayna be able to maybe help? Or it doesn't necessarily have to be a place in the city, right?
I want to take him to a place full of sleepers. so that if they try to cast spells, it's going to provoke lots of issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not going to stop them from, gunning us down with a machine gun or something, but...
I mean, they could do that anywhere.
Yeah.
I at least want to take this away from them if we can.
And Atratus can at least prep for, oh, wait, you don't have matter 3. Dang it. Never mind. I was going to say you could
No ages.
bulletproof up. Yep. No ages just yet.
I can craft you some shadow clothes. But those look magical, so.
Yep.
That sounds intriguing.
I did it for Songbird, you saw.
Oh, did I? That was the shadow armor or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the really black t-shirt.
Yeah, the really black t-shirt.
None more black.
The Venom t-shirt.
Since he knows our names, I'm thinking of putting a shield on us. Just in case they have an Acanthus somewhere in there.
What
repertoire,
kind
or
of
somebody has
shield?
access to... What's that?
What kind of shield?
Like it's a... Prevent somebody from messing around with your fate, and there's another one I can do that would prevent somebody from altering your past.
Sounds good.
I think for both of us, we're kind of vulnerable that way. Songbird's sort of...
He's just
balls
kind of out there and publicly the same person he always has been.
Yeah, and this guy didn't say anything about Mammon, so I'll go work up a couple of rituals.
Yeah, I would assume he has similar information on Mammon.
Possibly, but I expect he would have said it because he was kind of being boastful about it.
But he wasn't talking to Mammon, though.
True. But he wasn't talking to you either when he told me about your name.
I mean, it was enough to get you to give him what he wanted. If you hadn't caved, he probably would have started dropping Mammon secrets to you.
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, before we go meet him too, I'm going to shield up our souls, because these are mages, and I don't know how powerful they are, but powerful mages can screw with our souls.
All right. Anyway, I just want you to know.
Yeah, let's...
Okay.
I don't like this.
No, me neither. But I'm pissed now. I don't know. I get the feeling you did the same thing, and you've made efforts to separate yourself from that past.
Not efforts, really. It's more that I just kind of left. Just left.
Right. Okay, so a little different, I guess, but because I've actually put in the effort to try and separate that former life from who I am now. But if he's able to pierce that, I'm kind of ticked.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I am curious. I want to know. I want to know by what they know and how they know it.
Fair enough. All right. I'm going to bottle off to my room.
Okay. I will do likewise. And cut to Songbird late night at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I think I get halfway to the gym and I text Atratus, hey, y'all do whatever. I got to work off some steam at the gym.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, you make your way over to the gym. Which I think we determined is a couple blocks away or something, right?
Yeah, that's real close.
Yep. Nighttime crowd, not it's
I guess
Tuesday
it's
night.
late afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's true, because it's 3 o'clock and you just kind of that's true.
Eat a snack and then get in there. So 4.
So yeah, night, afternoon crowd, the big, rush of people who get out of their day jobs hasn't quite hit yet. So you got some of the, quiet time before then. Some of the more regulars, some of the, pro fighters and stuff like that are in there. Let me pull up Conca, because that's super handy to have. Songbird, not spelled with an A at all.
Songbird.
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 Yeah, Songbird is what I spelled. Jerry is there because this is kind of his his thing, and he is in the ring with one of the large, tall, kind of like kicking bags, with a one Jimmy Smalls Patinko, who's got he's got gym shorts on, and he's got literal boxing gloves, and even the little padded shoes from taekwondo and karate and stuff like that. He's very protective of his hands as he's punching these bags, right? And he's wailing away, and it's not offensive to watch, but it is very this is just bad. I never want to see Jimmy get in a fight. Bad. I
call out. It's like, Jimmy, you keep that up, we're gonna have a new super featherweight champion.
And mid kick, what the? Hey, Songbird, hey, yeah, and just immediately turns on and is walking away from Jerry. Has completely ignored him. Jerry responds by just taking the pads, just slamming him across the back, and stumbles to the ropes. The fuck? Hey, buddy, yeah, get in here, and pulls the pulls the ropes open, for you, and says, yeah, come on, let's see you, let's see you with Jerry.
All right, I'd hate to interrupt your workout.
He's like, yeah, man, I mean, you're the real fighter. Come on, man. I'm just blowing off steam. You know how it is.
Sure. That's what I came down here to do anyway, so.
And so, Jerry, kind of lines up with you, and he's got the pads. He's like, sure, whatever. Nobody asked me anything.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah, come on. And Jimmy is kind of hovering in your space, just a little back out of your operating area, but he's right there. Right. He's like, so yeah, I followed up with those Rescue 1 guys. I think you're right. Yeah, we that place is a dump. We definitely need to bring some more attention over there. I don't know what you were doing when I went by. They were not interested. I don't know what charity stuff you were doing with them, but they didn't want to talk about it. I don't know. Is this something some big coming up or what? But they didn't want to talk about it. But it's cool. I've got a bunch of my guys we're taking some video from the outside, and because it's a rundown building, man. It should be glass and concrete. It needs to be really modern. It's got that old brick thing. It looks like the Ghostbuster house, man.
Jimmy, the city ain't gonna rebuild it.
I mean, dude, we can do anything with enough petitions and social media. We get it on Facebook, have everybody put the little Rescue 1 symbol on their profile picture to show that they support us. The mayor is going to do something.
I think they like it the way it is.
But yeah, they I was asking, what, I told them, I was like, yeah, I'm Songbird's buddy, was here to help, with whatever they needed, and they kept giving me weird looks and said that they didn't need any help.
Just as an aside, did he tell you he was doing any of this, or did he just go and fuck with them?
This is all fresh for me. This is fresh for Chris. This is why I'm sitting here motherfucker.
I mean, you had to know he was going to.
And Jerry, I imagine the punching and kicking intensity may ramp up just a little bit, and Jerry's like, okay, buddy, same team here,
sorry. Here, 1 second.
Yeah,
and I'm just
and he sits. He's like, "Here, Jimmy, you want to have a conversation? Come here." Pats him on the back and just walks away with the biggest grin,
shit-eating grin.
Right, and Jimmy grabs the pads, not quite thinking through what's happening, and so he's got the pad. Yeah, sure, and then kind of realizes. Right, and sliding back step by step. He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we don't have to talk now, and just impacts and yeah."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what exactly I would say, but I want to make him leave Rescue 1 alone. So, like a doors sort of situation probably is
Yep.
what'll happen here. So I think
you don't do anything.
Like,
now, if you're wanting to try and pick up, like, to know stuff about Jimmy, besides the fact, I mean, out of character, in character, you already know stuff about him, but I believe empathy is trying to find stupid book. Sensing deception, soothing nerves. No, I could have sworn one of those was trying to pick up somebody's vice and virtue, but I guess you do not get to roll to figure out those things.
It's a mind spell.
Yeah, that would be a spell.
Yeah. Mind spell, you can know it instantly, but rolling to try and figure out. I thought you might have that option, but nope. Okey-doke. But we can definitely doors it up. So you are attempting to. Man, I can find that page so much faster these days. You're basically going to tell him he needs to just seriously
lay off
with
Rescue 1. Yeah.
Cool. Base door is equal to resolve or composure. Okay. If the announced goals would be a breaking point or active hubris, nope. Prevent from resolving an aspiration. Acting against their virtue. Can change this. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. All right. Yep. So I know how many doors he's got. And we will definitely say, like, you already have a, like, perfect impression of him. You guys have known each other, like,
right.
And, like, especially considering how much he, I don't want to say looks up to you, but, you know.
I mean, I think at one point he did, like, objectively, like, borderline hero worship sort of thing. And, like, his own, this is all Chris talking, obviously,
sure.
But, like, his own, like, vices and, like, the way that he's, like, caused his own problems have, like, twisted that.
Right. Yeah, because that's true. Because he used to bet on you, and that's not, that's true.
All right. So, yeah, I think I will start with just straight up, just like, hey, man, you know, let's just not worry about Rescue 1. Like, we talked it out. Couldn't really come to terms on, like, what exactly to do with them and everything like that. So
sure.
We're friends, like, you know, made some friends. They're cool people, but I don't think this is an Acanthus brand. You know what I mean? So probably persuasion and presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not trying to manipulate him.
Yeah. Just a fairly open, just, you know, this is not your thing to be involved with.
Sure. Cool. So that's one door.
Cool. How does he respond?
I mean, he definitely seems to be, you know, not into it, but he goes, yeah, buddy, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. You know, it's not you're not wanting to do it, but I mean, I think it's definitely a thing we should look into. You know, this would be a good, like, you know, I don't know, you know, turning over a new leaf, the new Songbird, you know, man of the city thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's other ways to do that, and it's funny that you mentioned this kind of new leaf, like, and it's like, I'm going to talk to Jerry and Ethan about this too, but I think it's time to ditch the Songbird.
And, like, his eyes get huge. Thor.
No.
I mean,
why not?
Yeah, I mean,
Disney's going to sue me, dude.
He's going to sue you?
Own Thor?
Disney doesn't own Thor. He's a mythological creature. Like,
depends on what iconography you're using, but
let's just say Thor was
also
not.
Thor, right?
Thor was literally a god of the people, but, like,
but it's also a legit name.
Yeah,
sure.
Like, you can't copyright Mike.
Right.
But
I think we
nonetheless,
just knock
for the
it back
point of the
down to.
conversation, yeah.
I think we knock it down to just Acanthus.
I mean, okay, that's cool. I mean, that's your name, so I get that, sure, but I don't see like trying to think of what he would say, but yeah, he's kind of like coming back around to the rescue one thing of like,
sure.
I mean, those guys need help, and it's like they don't have to be on board. We can do stuff to help them, without them, saying so. People do that all the time with like Indiegogo.
Jimmy, I've told you that helping people when they don't want to be helped is not the right thing to do.
I know so many people like that.
And I think I'm switching to intimidation at that point.
Sure. Especially with the bag that he's just wailing away on. Sure.
And probably manipulation at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Or still presence. I don't know.
I mean, you could. I mean, this if you're like physically, well, if you're intimidating him still like socially, you're not literally trying to beat it into him yet.
No.
So yeah, but that's still presence.
Okay. All right. 5 dice here.
Cool. So that's 2 doors. Now, just a heads up. If just because this is something when we've done social maneuvering, we haven't brought this up. If your character knows one of the victim's aspirations or obsessions, or can guess, he can use that to his advantage. He has to present a clear path to that goal and the steps that Songbird would take to help Jimmy achieve it. Doing so opens one door. However, if the stated opportunity presents itself and Songbird doesn't help, 2 doors close. Instead of so that is one of those social maneuvering things, and one of the reasons mind mages are kind of scary.
Mm-hmm. And I think just to I start off kind of open and everything like that, and then I start intimidating it, and then I back off a little bit, and what I offer is like, hey, like ditching the Songbird nickname, like it's not just something I can just announce on Twitter or whatever. Like, I'm going to need your backup. It's going to be a whole social media thing, It's like, this is an opportunity for you to shine, do your thing, get out there, and, you help me get this branding on point. The next, what are they called? The next big prize purse comes in after the next fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure you get a big bonus.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, come on, show me what you got. Come on, man. Yeah, and yeah, that is not exactly one of his aspirations, but it is darn close. So yes, and yeah, he's like, okay, rescue one. Yeah, we can leave them to the side. Whatever. Let's get you back in the ring, and sidetracked him, off to, new things to deal with. Yep.
Toddler managed.
Yep.
Part 1.
Yeah. And Ethan comes around, watching you just wail on Jimmy, and Jimmy, of course, Jimmy is great at holding the pad, but
it's really all he's good for,
right? Ethan kind of comes up and leans on the big ropes, on the big man leans on the ropes, and just kind of watching. It's like, okay, so you're in the ring, but when are you actually getting in the ring next?
Whenever you can set it up. Find me an opponent.
Right. Cool. I've got
plans Friday, so it might have to be like a little longer than that.
Sure. Yeah, no, I gotta get everything all set up, but yeah, probably next week maybe. Think you'll be ready?
Sure.
All right. We want to get a whole bunch of hype to it. We don't want this to be a big thing. It won't be a whole,
yeah.
But yeah. And I was,
it's on like the weekly FS1
right. Yeah.
UFC show or whatever.
It'll be publicized, but people aren't flying out to Madison Square Garden to see it or something.
Right.
But all right, and what was this about ditching the Songbird name?
Yeah, I don't know. my mouth got bigger than my talent, obviously, at some point, and I think that it's time for a little bit more of a serious approach to things.
I dig it. I like it. I like when fighters use their own names. You sound less like a wrestler. Songbird, I've
been working on my I just brain fell out of my ears.
No, that's good. All right, yeah, we'll let everybody know that Acanthus Nielsen is getting
back in the ring.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No Songbird. This is new and improved. The original,
version 2.0.
Sure. Yeah. 2.0. All right. Cool. Beat Jimmy up some more. Yeah. Ethan hops down. Jerry comes out and watches for a bit before finally getting Jimmy out. Jimmy is shaking his hands. It's his arms are bruised up. And Jerry starts to actually work with you, and I think that's when we kind of transition. Somewhere in the locker room, your cell phone buzzes with a text back from Logan. But in the meantime, do we switch over with Atratus or Wyrd? Anything you guys are up to?
Real fast. Would getting Jimmy off of the trail of Rescue 1 qualify for my selfless virtue?
Giving up something on yourself. Yeah,
to protect their secrets and stuff like that.
The promise of the money plus, basically not only the promise of the money, but also pulling him back into your social circle.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically doing it to dive on the grenade that is Jimmy Smalls. I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Offering to be besties with Jimmy to help them out.
Yeah.
I didn't say besties. I said I was going to give him some money.
Right.
He heard besties.
I know what he heard.
Wyrd and Atratus, are you guys up to anything?
There's a couple of spells I wanted to cast, but I also wanted to make a soul stone.
The Guardian is finally going to scar up her soul. All right, cool. We can set that up. And then, Atratus, was there anything you were doing?
I'll go ahead and text Logan.
Okay, cool. Craig, if you want to go ahead and roll that, I have to remember where the heck that silly thing is. Matters of the soul.
Did your text to him literally just say, "Let me see that axe"? Mine is. Mine is going to be a bit more
put together.
Yeah.
Where the heck?
Page 98.
Yep. Oh, that's right. It's this one. I always forget. Soul stones you don't have to roll for.
Yep.
Okay, so you spend a willpower dot, not a willpower point.
You do have to roll for them, just not to do it.
Yep, and then an act of hubris, and I'm trying to remember. Imprinting, I think, is the.
It's 1 mana.
So that costs you 1 willpower dot, 1 point of mana, and then it is an act of hubris.
Yes,
it's your first one.
Mm-hmm. I believe.
We're so proud of you.
Yeah, right. That's going to be 3 dice that you must roll.
Just straight 3 dice?
Mm-hmm. Technically, let's see here. Since you brought it up, is this in following a particular obsession?
Let me check just to make absolutely sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's following a short-term aspiration. Well, I'm planning on using this to make it a domain, which is sort of emanation realm, emanation realm adjacent.
No.
No.
But this is not a good thing.
No, I know that. I'm planning on using it to build a domain.
Right. So no, that is not, because
Sure.
an emanation realm is very different, because that's like, it's a verge, not an
Right,
emanation.
but this is, I'm making my own little piece of fate time space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Not quite.
so
and then
what is the realm called for Acanthus?
Arcadia.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
And then is it part of either your virtue or your vice? I don't
No.
think so. Okay, yeah. So 3 dice.
Just 3 dice.
Success. Cool. You do not lose wisdom, and you get a arcane beat.
I get an arcane beat.
Yeah, anytime you do an active hubris, you get an arcane beat.
Yep. So, what's involved with making a domain? Is that time, and there's rules involved with that, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's Gnosis plus Arcana, and 1 mana per soulstone used. You need 3 successes.
Right. Gnosis and Arcana. My highest or lowest, or
You pick.
I'll go with my highest.
Yep.
No reason not to, really.
No,
Right.
not really. 5 successes.
Jesus.
So there you go.
I really wanted this.
And the best part
On
is
6 dice.
exceptional success. Crew successes, and can pick one of the things from exceptional successes. Let's see here. Oh my god, I don't know what is going on with my sheet, but it's driving me bonkers. Okay, so on a nope. You can reduce the number of successes required. Nope. Reduce the time spent on the next roll. Nope. Or apply the exceptional success result of the action when you complete your goal. Nope. So, yeah. Just yay, you did it in 1 hour. But yes, now you have a weird portion of Arcadia.
So, well, that's still 5 successes. I can't like take an arcane beat for that or something.
Nope.
Okay, all right, fine. So now I have a domain.
Yep.
Cool.
Arcadia.
Awesome. It's nice to feel home, even if it's just a little tiny place of it. I wanted to do a couple of rituals now for a couple hours.
Cool.
I'll need Atratus to walk in at some point towards the end. But we'll start with Shield of Kronos.
Sure.
What's that?
Now, casting in a domain, how does that affect it? I don't
Plus
recall.
2 as long as it's part of the ruling arcana of Arcadia.
Okay.
And then unlimited reach if the spell is only targeted inside the.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I need to be there for both of them, right? They're 2 spells?
Yeah, just at the end, though, right? Or do you have to be there the whole time?
No, just there.
Yeah.
At the end. Now, what spells are you casting?
Shield of Kronos is the first one, and then there was the Fate equivalent of what was it?
You talking about warding gesture,
Might be Warding Gesture.
where you prevent their fate from being manipulated?
Yes,
Cool. And you can cast that as a combined spell if you want.
sure. Since I'm doing a ritual
Helps
anyway.
for spell control.
Yep, helps for spell control.
So you're rolling Gnosis plus time, because time is your lower.
Yeah.
-2.
So prevents straight gnosis.
So reach isn't really a factor. I have all the reach.
Right.
So put zeros there. Gnosis 3. Fate or time 2.
I would just put 0 for time, because that's effectively what it's going to be. Because when you do a combined spell, you use the lower of the arcana and then subtract 2.
Right.
That's a penalty. So we'll just do that as a 0 just to
So
make
I
our
can
math
get
easy.
free advanced duration, free advanced scale effectively.
Mhm.
Oh, unlimited reach. So I can just go to town on that. Oh no, it's a reach to get to the advance, and then I have to spend potency or whatever. Okay.
Right.
So at advanced scale, we started at scene,
Mhm.
then day.
Scene and then day, but let's see here. Have to find. Let's see here. Spell conditions. Combine spells. Let's see. How many steps do you get? Applies to all spells. Okay, so you're still using time as your determining how many free steps you get. So you get get a day for free.
Right. And then I'll pay 4 to get to be a week, so that'll be -4.
-2.
Just -2, because you go from a day to a week.
Okay, -2. For duration, it'll apply to both of those. I already got the advanced scale. That'll cover both me and Atratus. Bonus from Yantras. I've got 3 for Shadow Name. Plus 3, 4, 5. I can use 2 tools. So that gives me 5.
I'm gonna do the domain, which is going to be 2 by itself.
And I was going to do 2 for... Oh, is the domain count as a Yantra? Oh, okay.
You can do 3 Yantras, remember?
Yeah.
Yep. So Shadow
3, 4,
Name...
5, 6.
High Speech.
7.
Yep.
All right.
Like I said, guys, tools are low on the totem pole.
3, 4, 5... 12
No.
-2 is 10.
8. 8. Because their Arcana basically is 0.
Yep.
Because there's -2 from combining spells.
Oh, right, okay.
So still 8.
8. 1 success.
That's a Songbird roll right there.
There you go. So you both have, now bear in mind that is 1 spell, so, and it is based off of, and this is where the dispellation gets fun. Because
gotta have time and fate 2.
So what exactly does that do for me?
Protects people from messing with your timeline and adjusting your fate and destiny. So if you think, time,
past and future.
Yep.
Well, but it also protects you from post-cognition. Any magic viewing the subject through time, either from the future or from the past. You're protected from that. Well, it provokes a clash of wills.
Right.
But I can also overlay false readings in that because I got the free reach.
Oh, is that from Chronos?
Yeah, Shield of Chronos.
So you can let them see, but they'll see lies.
Right, I can mislead them so that they know, or they think they're successful, but they're seeing complete lies and fabrications and stuff like that. So,
do you have to declare what that is now?
No, because basically, in my head, this is a shield, and as soon as somebody tries to do so, because this mage may design a false series of events that they uncover. So at the time, Wyrd may say, yeah, never mind, they're just going to see nothing, or, oh, somebody's, looking now, they're going to see this. That way, literally, you've got this thing for a week. Every time they're post-cognitioning Atratus, they're getting, the Joker backgrounds.
A different line,
Yes. It's like, wait, which one's the truth?
You didn't say the magic word.
Yep.
And for the warding gesture, the mage creates a ward protecting the user or the subject against supernatural effects that manipulate fate, gives supernatural compulsions to act against your will, or having your fate manipulated by fate magic or similar supernatural effects. It'll be a clash of wills. And I can selectively grant protection from supernatural effects that target an area instead of individuals, and I can selectively exclude subject from any spells that I cast or any attainment I use.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, which gets really fun when you start using that with, control gravity.
Yes.
Like everybody over there flies, except for you 3.
Yeah. Just feel a little better having some protection around us. So it was flowers.
I'm not gonna soul armor until we're all here.
Right.
Yep.
And actually, I'm kind of curious. Soulstone, come back here. I just realized. Can somebody target? No, it would still have to be sympathetic. Okay, never mind. Yeah, if you guys had space you could zap Songbird with spells and have 0 penalty because you're casting
On his
at the
soul
soul stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Which, by
it
the
is-
way, don't lose it. Oh, what is your soul stone?
So my soul stone is a kind of a gnarly hourglass, like a
Cool.
ornate carved wooden hourglass. One of the decorations I had in my room already to begin with. So
Sure, makes sense.
I dig it.
Yep. A little more obvious than dumbbell, but when a mage shows up, soul stones are pretty easy to spot. Cool.
Put on your visor. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So what was the text that Atratus was sending to Logan, by the way? You were asking about...
I was just going to say, hey, Logan, this is Atratus. I still feel really bad about the way the fight went down. I was wanting to know if there's anything I or we can do to help you get the glory we denied you.
Cool. Yeah, as opposed to Songbird, who...
Let me see that axe.
Right.
Didn't think about that axe, boo.
Well, and very specifically, like there's a bit of a delay before that text gets responded to. Atratus, however, gets an immediate response, and which is basically, "Hey, it's nothing to worry about. I appreciate it, but with multiple U's.
Yeah.
If something comes up, I will definitely let you know."
Okay, good to know. I'm here if you need me.
Sure, I appreciate that.
Maybe we won't curse it to death before we even start next time.
Right. Yeah, okay. And then, as for the text that Songbird got, he basically says, it's a touchy subject. I might be able to, get it out to show you guys sometime. But it is kind of locked up, even though it's mine. No, I'm not salty about that.
They don't let him
Just
have
a
the
bunch of sad emojis.
Right.
And then an eggplant for no reason.
for no reason.
Cool. Yeah. So that I think
I will text him as like, hey, was some short guy messing around the station?
short Weasley guy.
Yeah,
Short Weasley.
Weasley guy.
Obnoxious tiny man.
Let's see. Would Logan know about that? I think Logan would know about that. Yeah, so yeah, he would say, yeah, there was some guy nosing around. You dropping your name.
Yeah, it's hopefully been dealt with. He's my PR manager, and he got a little
Overzealous.
overzealous. Wanted us to, do a bunch of like charity events and public stuff, and figured y'all probably don't want to do public stuff.
Oh no, we have the text comes back, no problem. We've dealt with nosy people before.
Yeah. Then like a big puppy face emoji.
Dude, seriously offensive. And I think that wraps up our Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, hang on, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yep. Oh boy. Friday is not far away.
Nope.
Cool. So imagine everybody makes their way back to the puck building.
The Rookery.
Yes, the Rookery. Yes, you guys still have to have that discussion.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I'm good with
hopefully
Rookery.
John,
So
actually, did he actually answer? I can't remember. Because remember we talked about that in the Discord.
I don't think he said anything.
In the meantime, thoughts, questions, plans for the next day?
I feel like we should move.
This a discussion that's happening Tuesday night as you guys kind of chill and watch Netflix?
Yeah, mostly just because I know where we are. We've got a cabal name that isn't the name of the fucking building. So we got a new name to go under. I feel like we should have a new place.
They would never suspect us to just stay here, though. It's the last place they would look.
Mammon was looking for properties, and I talked to Shodell about getting a Hallow. Maybe that's where we move to, depending on how Mammon's investigations have been going.
I feel like you keep this place as your house publicly for Acanthus, but as a mage cabal, we need to split this. Also, I don't feel super safe here.
Not anymore, anyway.
Yeah.
This makes Songbird sad.
Right into adamantine arrow.
All right. Telling the arrow I don't feel safe living with you.
Yep.
It's... I mean, I just don't like...
I'm trying to think of how he would react to that.
Yeah.
Other than just, like, stunned silence.
Just sad face.
Yeah, I don't have words.
Mm.
That hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry. But no, really, though. I feel like we have a target painted on us while we're here.
Yeah.
And I will mention, like, all of you know, most of the mages in the Concilium, nobody has their sanctum where they live.
Yeah.
Because, and some of that is for a lot of them, like Oceans as an example, like, you know, they have a mundane life, and that is a home, and that is separate from their sanctum where they work their magic. And because they have that mundane, you know, magical split, you know, that, and, you know, a sanctum is, you know, a safe place in terms of mage dealings. But, you know, if vampires attack and stuff like that, you know, that's where you want them, not at the home that you live in, potentially with sleeper family and stuff like that.
Fair.
Yeah. And that obviously doesn't apply to everybody, but.
So thank you so much for your hospitality, Songbird. Like, it was really nice to be made feel welcome when we first came here. I think when we first moved in, was it only a week ago?
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks.
We weren't sure where this was going to go. I think that's kind of fair to say for all of us, but now this is kind of becoming a thing. And part of that growth and change, I think, is about improving our security and protecting ourselves and you a little better.
That's fair. It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I don't have any real solutions of stuff, what to do from here. I just...
All right, but I want ramparts.
Sure. Yeah, I just think we should be looking into other options, because I feel very seen since we have gotten a note.
Not in like a good way either.
And, you know, some place where Jimmy's not going to be hanging outside the door either.
Fair.
Which
you'll never guess what he was trying to do.
What's he done now?
He was poking his nose around Rescue 1 because he saw us with Logan and Alicia here.
I'm sure that went real well for him.
Yeah. Well, I convinced him that, you know, they're not part of the Acanthus brand. You know, we don't really need to work with them. He was convinced it was sort of a charity thing. Anyways, I let Logan know that they wouldn't have to, you know, deal with him.
That's good.
Moraine has ways of dealing with people.
Yeah.
So out of character, DM question. Are you guys thinking of keeping like some large conjoined, you know, sanctum? You know, kind of similar to what you have now, or are you guys thinking of splitting off and doing individual sanctums, or?
I personally like the idea of a joint sanctum, but I'm open to going separately as well.
Well, especially with the idea of the Rookery, like it's a
Yeah.
place with a bunch of birds.
Mm-hmm.
Birds, people.
Yeah,
It's the word.
I like the idea of taking basically our sanctum and our magic dealings and putting them somewhere else under a new name.
Why don't we take the magic and put it over here?
Yeah.
But yeah, under a new name, not publicly tied to Songbird's public persona.
Yeah, I am working on that, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. Good. You're working to split that. Let's split that.
Cool.
That being said, though, we do still have points in making your house, like, physically safe.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right. Out of characterly, those, like, Sanctity of Merits, we can split those safe place merits up however we want. So we leave a point here, put a couple points somewhere else, right?
Well, they are
technically it'd be like if Lonnerin blew up my apartment, I would get those XP back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, we can move the sanctum dots? But the safe place that we've put into the house stays here, I think.
Well, right now, yeah. A safe place is there. You guys moving your sanctum and deciding, hey, we're going to take all this, all of Wyrd's decorations down, and we're going to move it elsewhere. That I'm okay with. Especially since the sanctum, like at this point, I have like in my my mental picture of like it is a sanctum, but it is like thrown together. Like this is it's not a permanent structure. You're building it into an existing home, as opposed to like with the Tenderheart, you guys can be like, we're going to put this shit in the walls.
Yeah.
Right now we've got the magical equivalent of spaghetti code.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. We're going to, when we build this place, you guys could set up chambers and, put, lead, inscribed discs in the concrete walls around Atratus's sanctum and, bury that one underground and, put a Brimos, tower up on the, top floor and, stuff like that to make it, this is a sanctum, truly. Because, for a lot of them, they talk about like a lot of the Moros sanctums are labs or, embalming chambers at the local morgue. Thrisis might literally have a portion of the park, or some wooded glade or, whatever, what was the Mastigos one? Talked about like crossroads and stuff like that, places of connections. I think you could probably do the same thing for Acanthus, but there would be different crossroads. And those places, that really emphasize, what they are. Abrimo set stuff up in churches, like this is an abandoned church, and because of that whole preaching and truth and the religious iconography that goes with that. Right, no, and that's Hadramiel. Hell yeah, right.
If Songbird did that from coming from like a Nordic death metal background, it'd have to be a burned church,
right?
Or one of the really pretty Norse churches with the grass roofs, the tiered.
Oh yeah,
mm-hmm.
They're pretty rad.
The stave churches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All of which or. Heck, go super old school and, Stonehenge.
Like Stonehenge,
yeah. Not exactly Norse, but,
similar idea.
Yeah. Whatever
I would
works.
Be totally okay with the Stonehenge,
right,
like in Central Park or something.
Yeah, that's not noticeable at all.
Where did this thing come from? Well, we can't get rid of it now.
I do like the idea of taking the bar and building part of it as our sanctum.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that is there's a thing, one of the books, Sanctum and Sigil, which I will, as we're kind of like getting into like you guys are really making a name for yourselves and you're kind of like setting down roots and like claiming territory, we may dig that up because they have stuff like different rites and different they literally have stuff about, there's a cabal sigil and icons on it that let people know, hey, you're in our territory and these are the rules that we go by. And like one of them is like the rite of crossing.
That's me.
Oh yeah, sounds like
Go
Prime.
Slap a bunch of invisible runes on the walls.
Yeah,
to show you can do that. They talk about like they'll introduce it to like the local community and like the kids, and the kids start spray painting that sigil just because it's the sigil for the local area. And so all of a sudden you have a bunch of sleepers spraying,
tagging our sign everywhere.
Right, exactly.
I like that.
And for me, I read that in the book and I was like, yes, I want that, and because I'm a big fan of like the players, whether in D&D or, Mage or whatever, like taking over that community and doing stuff for the immediate community. So yeah, that little concept, I was like, this is amazing. I need to play Mage. Mm-hmm. And now I'm storytelling it.
Womp womp.
Yep. So, but that is a book I will share with you guys so you can kind of pull at that. But yeah, they have like some, it's like, oh, this means that, this cabal is A-okay with the right of crossing. So, so long as you identify yourselves, you can move through our territory freely and investigate the stuff that's here. Or, hey, this is our stuff, stay out. Or we'll consider you a trespasser. Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm hoping that's some of the stuff that's in Science and Sorcery. Have we mentioned that book enough? Have we given you enough? Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave. Actually, at this point, it's just White Wolf. Come on, White Wolf. Approve that document. I will get this.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to starting up the bar, Songbird, you're really, really bothered by not following the rules.
What rules?
Asking for permission.
I thought we addressed that already.
He didn't want to. Not in character, and
I wasn't there.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have the option to either just do it or take it to the hierarch and get them to approve it. Ate suggested just doing it and then asking for permission later. Pretend that we don't know we're supposed to ask first. Because if they tell us no, then we can't. If we just do it, we've already done it. So they're more inclined to let us get away with it.
And this is actually just this is also where you get into the, like, people's sanctums are, off limits. Mm-hmm. And so that's one of Ate's things was like, if it's your sanctum, nobody can come in and be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that in your sanctum because it's your sanctum. You decide what the rules are.
So about that, I may have spoken to Shodell about getting our hands on a Hallow, and I may have told him a little bit about what we were planning on doing with it.
Opening a bar?
Well, I didn't get into that much detail, but we were looking at making a communal place for people. So he said he was going to get back to me and see what they could dig up.
Did he seem amenable to that idea? Did he also tell you to go ask the hierarch?
No, he did not tell me to go ask the hierarch.
Okay.
But then again, the local Guardians of the Veil, not fans of the hierarch.
So somebody in the, in the local concili already knows vaguely what we're doing. They don't have any kind of detail, and he seemed fine with it. So I think we're okay just to go ahead. If it was a big problem, I would have expected Shodell to say, what the hell are you doing? Fuck no. But
yeah, I mean, Ate did say, like, you're supposed to ask for permission, but also you just go for it.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
So,
really care that much about following the rules?
It's not the following the rules. It's this implicit, prearranged lie that I have a problem with.
There's no lie.
I mean, we're pretending we don't know we're supposed to ask them.
Oh, we didn't know we should have asked for permission. Yes, you're lying.
Did we have to ask permission to investigate or make the deal or have a ghost party?
But if you were to say, I don't know, Songbird, this is the best way for us to express the truth of our magic and the way we want to live, then I'd have no argument.
Well, when the idea was first broached, we were all like, hell yeah. Like the idea resonated with each of us pretty strongly.
Exactly.
So I think unless they actively oppose us doing it, this is something we want to do as an expression of our identity as a cabal.
And there it is. I'm convinced.
All right.
Good stuff.
Sounds
cool. Cool. Yeah, I will definitely get you guys that book just so you can poke at stuff. It has some really cool stuff, none of which I think has any. I think there is some gameplay like spell stuff, but a lot of it is just like Concilia Sanctum background stuff, which is really cool to pull from. So cool.
Very
cool. I think that might be it.
Yeah, might be a little short second episode.
Yeah, well,
okay.
both episodes are going to be a little short. Sorry, guys. We'll hopefully get Mammon's stuff squared away so we can get him in here. We can get his backstory. We can get him involved in the Tenderheart because he's the one finding the place to build because he's,
it's his whole thing.
Penny money bags.
And I feel like he's the one bankrolling us, honestly, because, yeah.
Four Dots Resources can buy you a lot of stuff.
Also, again, I've known enough about hotshot young athletes that have spent all their money and gone broke that I'd rather Songbird be a bit more cautious with his
silent partner.
Yeah, because Mammoth's got like a business that makes money. You make money from doing fights.
I have advertising. That's actually how I framed all my resources. It's like advertising
hinged on your fighting, though.
Popularity. I mean, Conor McGregor hasn't won a fight in how long now? And he's still got mad advertising bucks. And
I know his name. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yep.
But yeah,
I think that's about where Songbird is.
A bit more
actually
cautious.
A little bit lower.
I'm not that famous.
Because what the fame tops out at what, 3 dots?
Yeah.
You're at 2? Yeah.
Yeah, 3 dots is you can say like Tom Cruise and people anywhere in the world are like, okay, Tom Cruise.
Like the GIF with Wolverine and not Hugh Jackman. Well, yes, Hugh Jackman. And like the little kid.
Where he's like showing off. He's like, Claws. And they're like,
he's like, Claws, that's you? That's me. He's like, cool. And then he like makes him flinch. That's the best. Sorry, Craig, you were saying something.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
Cool. All right. Well, sorry guys for the short session. Hopefully this was some fun digging into the background. I'll, personally, I love anytime Jimmy Smalls shows up. I love how I say Jimmy Smalls, but like that's his first and last name. It's not his nickname. It's his nickname is Smalls.
That's how people address him.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smalls. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Smalls.
Jimmy Smalls, Patinko.
I want to meet him. I want to make you have to deal with this.
Gabe will die. No, already dead. Too late. All right. So, so we had some cool revelations. You guys are freaked out suitably. I am pleased. I'm super psyched. Yes. That's what I want. Some emotion.
Less angry and more just cautious and super curious. I want answers.
Yep. So
I don't even know what the questions are.
Yep. It's like somebody wants to meet us for dinner. Okay.
Cool. Let's go to dinner.
Yep. So, all right, cool. I just noticed I looked over here and I've got Songbird's thing up on Conca and it's that old image and I need to update that with our art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Thanks for hanging around. We will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Stay lucky.
And with that, we come to the end of another episode of Occultists Anonymous. Thank you for joining us, guys. I really appreciate it. Jimmy Smalls Patinko, putting his nose into places it doesn't belong. Yet again, I love this guy. I hate playing him, but I love him. Anyways, hey guys, if you are enjoying the show, please come join us on Discord. You can come be part of the conversation, come hang out with us, give us your feedback and what you think is going on in the show. I love the conspiracy theories that people are talking about or suggestions that some of you guys have. Some of you are considerably meaner than me. Yes, I saw you YouTuber who suggested that the envelope should be full of copies of their driver's licenses and the addresses of loved ones. I don't think I'm quite that mean. Besides, I think this is creepier, right? Anyways, yes, join us on Discord to bring up that kind of stuff. Put comments down below, subscribe. That stuff's great too. Follow us on Twitter if you want to see some of my odd off-topic ramblings. Or like the end of a video. And come follow us on Patreon if you are interested in seeing some of our non-show stuff. And see what we're doing on there. And of course, if you want to pledge and follow us and give us some monetary, support, we appreciate it. That allows us to do stuff like we bought mic upgrades before, things like that, really help kind of boost the quality of the show and let us do some interesting stuff. I've got some plans. I mean, hey, this is what paid for the commissions. So the art commissions. Anyways, we will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.